Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to the gaming cupboard, where pretty much nothing has changed since last week. I keep having these wild ideas that I'm going to try and put some shelves up, organise little bits and bobs here and there, but truth be told, I just never have time to do anything. So you can see the nice clear bit of the cupboard. What you can't see is the bits where it's just piled up menacingly over there. But to be honest, I don't really care. I can just about fit in here to play games, so that's good enough for me. And the time that I've probably should have been put up for, shelves and that, I've been playing on my Master System and completing all the games I could as a child. So win-win as far as I'm concerned. We're going to try and do something a little bit different this week. I'm not going to have any music in the background. So for all the people who only come for the music, I'm sorry about that. You don't have to stay till the end. Please don't unsubscribe. But yeah, no, I'm going to try and do it without the music a little bit, mainly because it's an absolute pain to try and find good quality music and then balance the audio levels next to the audio of me speaking, so it doesn't become too overpowering or too quiet. That's just a bit of a nightmare editing. And the software I'm using is just a hungry old beast as it is. So we're going to try it without it. Hopefully we should get through it. And yeah, I hope it's okay. Anyway, we'll move on to the CEX stuff I said about. Now my CEX has just been getting even more and more disappointing as time has gone on. So now they've decided to move the shop around, and where you used to queue, you used to have like a little, like, I don't know, almost like a corridor, like a hallway size bit of room where people would kind of snake round next to each other, like some kind of weird fun fair where you have to snake round, or some kind of post office somewhere. Absolutely naff. They might as well. In fact, I probably think they even have those two little posts with like a little bit of seatbelt in between to sort out the people one another. It's absolute garbage what they had. But they've made it even worse. They've taken that bit out and put the queue right in the middle of the store, which is great. But what they have done is, where that used to be, is they've put in all their PlayStation 2 games, all their original Xbox games, all their GameCube games, all their PSP games. And when I say all of them, this is about one normal kind of shelf in any other CAX, just with everything on it. Really, really, really disappointing CX. Absolute garbage. I don't know if it's just my store doing this or if they're doing it in other stores, but they're really, really reining it back on the retro. And what few things they have, like, that are older than that, say Dreamcast or Mega Drive or NES, they have them behind a glass screen and you still can't see them very well, but absolutely shocking, really. It's so poor. And the upstairs where they used to be, where you could actually go and have a look at stuff, they've just got in there, actually got a PC on this stand as well, so they've literally just got DVDs upstairs and nothing else. So really, really poor, real shambles. It's quite sad. I still like CEX, but they got to sort out better than that. Anyway, enough whinging about it. We did manage to pick up some bits. They took in the bits that I had that I was stacking up to get rid of, like the Lego games, which I got a couple of weeks back. What else did I get? Minecraft, I'm finally rid of that damn game. So I got some bits that I wanted from there. For a quid, my first pickup of the day, and that was the Blob, which is in really nice condition. Manual and game look like they've barely been played, maybe because it's naff, but to be honest, it looks quite a fun game. Havoc engine, that means anything to anybody, all complete for £1. I'll pick up any day of the week. Bargain. And I picked up a game I've been looking at getting for absolutely ages. Really wanted this and just been waiting for the price to be right. They've finally dropped it a little bit. So for £8 we have Ni no Kuni Curse, Wrath of the White Witch on the PS3. So artwork by Studio Ghibli on this one. So your Howl's Moving Castle, your Princess Mononoke artwork. It's just like a charming little RPG game. And they brought out the new one, Ni no Kuni 2, on the PS4. I don't even own a PS4, but certainly it's a fab little game. So I'm really looking forward to giving that a go when I finally get around to it. And then the last one, they had a few Dreamcast games behind the glass. I saw this one there, asked to have a look at it. It's not in the best order, if I'm being honest. The case has got a crack in the front of it, but all the spindles and everything inside is fab. So for £4 I picked up a copy of Shadow Man, whose face is covered up to hide his identity, obviously. But yeah, discs in there, manuals in the back. Manual's nice and flat, really good condition manual. So yeah, for £4 I was like, you know what, I'll have it for £4. So that was my little mini CEX trip. Whoa. Yeah, and then that was it until we went to the Carboot Sale. I used the Royal We because it was just me. Now this Carboot Sale is the one on the Saturday, which starts at 11 o'clock. So you have to queue up for it, and then everyone bundles in on the dot of 11, or normally after 11, because he's not very good at timekeeping, the guy who runs it. Right, blow a whistle and they all go in. But I got there, and just as I got there, I was looking for a place in the queue to kind of go in. I saw a message from a reseller chap who I've been chatting to on previous weeks on Sunday, been going around the Carboot Sale with, and he messaged me to say, I'm stalling, are you going to be here today? So I saw him, he kind of beckoned me over, so I got to kind of sneak through the crowd in and have a look, chat to him. So I had a chat with him for a few minutes before it started, and then the whistle went, and I said, I'll catch you later, mate, I'll have a look round. He did say that when he set up there that it's really disappointing because all the people who are selling get to go round while everyone's setting up, and they will go around and pick up the best bits, which is really disappointing if you're someone like me who's going there to buy. But it's kind of expected, everybody does it, but it doesn't make it any less annoying if you're going to go later in the day, which is weird because this Carboot Sale, I've got some of the best pickups I ever had. I got like my buried under stuff, but I got a +2 Spectrum from there in a box with a load of other bits for like £4, bits like that. So there are still bargains to be had at this Carboot Sale, but yeah, you just wonder about the stuff you miss out on sometimes. But after him saying that, maybe he jinxed it, maybe he didn't, but there was no games there really at all, except on like reseller stores. So I took a punt. I bought some books. Yeah, bought some books. We're going to talk about books and not games. I saw a collection of anime books on a stall. I thought they looked interesting. Had a quick look on my phone. Asked him about some of them. They said, "Oh, you can have the lot for £4 because you just looked on your phone. I'm sure you know what you're worth." And to be honest, I don't really do it too often. I just have a look for sometimes because I don't know what I'm dealing with. I don't know what these are. So I had a quick look. But yeah, really naughty of me, I suppose. Naughty boy. But for that £4, we got 3, 8, 11, 13 books. Yeah, 13 books. God, maths this time of night. Shocking. So we're doing kind of the bundles they're in. We've got a book called Bleach on its own. I know nothing about any of these. Soul Eater. Might have a read of them, to be honest. We got Spiral Book 3. Book 4. Let's say 4 in it. 4. And Book 5. And then we got 1 to 8, except for Book 2 of Death Note. So we'll go through this quickly. So Book 1, Book 2, Book 3. Didn't have Book 2, as I said. Book 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8. So yeah, for £4 I got all of those. So pretty happy with that. I think that these will be something I try and flip for a bit of money. I have no idea what they're worth. If you hit me up in the comments and let me know, then you know if they're any good or not, then say so I know. And that was it for going round there. I did go back to his store, had a chat with him for a while they were selling. He said if you want to leave anything here, you're welcome to. So yeah, really nice chap, to be honest. And while I was there, I had a look through some of his bits on his store, and I picked up a few bits from him. A couple of bits that I wanted. Oh, actually, while I remember it, put put some things right, because a couple of weeks ago I said that I bought a game off him and got home and it was scratched and I was absolutely gutted, berated myself for not checking inside. I did speak to him after that because we've been walking around. I did say, like, you probably want to check those games. I think he got them as a bundle because when you sold me was scratched, you might have some of the ones in there. I wasn't saying for anything other than just saying, you know, just to check that the other ones aren't scratched if you're selling them to people. And it was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sure I have another copy of it, and if you remind me, then I'll bring it along and you can just have it. Me being me, I'm so disorganised. He was like, just send us a message on the morning. I just forget to send the message because I'm rubbish in the mornings. And I was sitting there and I said, yeah, I forgot to message you about the game. He was like, oh yeah, you did, and I forgot to bring it. So round and round we go ad infinitum, but because he was selling, he had a load of games there. So for absolutely nothing, he said, here you go, have this. So I finally got Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition on the PS3, and lovely condition this. Really like the original. Really like the Fallout 3 game, and to have it on PlayStation 3, I've got it on Xbox, but not the Game of the Year edition, is fab. So thank you, mate. Thank you. If you watch, I don't think you do, but if you do, I really appreciate it. And yeah, I went back to his store, had a look at what other games he had, because he was selling up a load of games, and I probably could have bought a lot more from him, to be honest. I kind of wanted to, but I've got some big bills coming up, so I have to be a little bit careful with what I had to spend. But yeah, he had some great stuff. He did me a good deal on this. So I bought a couple of games that I wanted. A game that I had a while ago, gave to a friend and never got back, which is BioShock 2, which I got for £1. All in there, nice condition on the Xbox 360. I don't mind too much because the mate I lent it to, he lent me his Xbox One anniversary collection or whatever it is with all the games on, so, and I haven't given it back to him yet, so it doesn't really matter too much for that. And a game that I saw in CX earlier in the week, but I didn't pick up because it was a bit scratched up, which is Tekken Tag Tournament on the PS2. Like I say, they cut down on an awful lot of games. What they did have was rubbish. It's got a nice little pamphlet in there about a multi-tap and a memory card thing. Ooh, booklets in really nice order as well. And the reason I left the CX one behind is because these are on the CD blue disc. So the blue disc ones, don't know whether they're more fragile or I think they have less space on them. So I think the scratches just are more of a problem than they are on other discs. But yeah, a couple of quid each for them. And he put it through in the other game. So yeah, really chuffed with that. But that was all I got from the Saturday car boot. Really disappointing. I think I hit the ground running the first kind of couple of weeks, but I always do better on the Sunday car boot. I'm more than make up for it, which to be honest I have. Now we'll go through the Sunday car boot, just not in any particular order because I'll say the best stuff till the end of it. But he said he was going to come onto that car boot, but I got there in the morning. He said I can't be bothered to come. Let me know if you get anything good. And I really did. So sorry, mate. I really lucked out, but you'd have probably had these if you'd have come. So yeah. First thing I got, completely unrelated to gaming, but you may remember, I think it was my last video, I think it was that or the one before, I picked up a VHS to DVD drum player which writes as well, and it came without a remote and I got it for just under £4. And I had a look on eBay because it was missing a remote and I need the remote to program it, and yeah, they were going for about £13, but lo and behold I found one on a stall for £1. I could not believe my luck. I had to actually check my phone to check eBay because I had one potentially saved that I was going to shell out at 13 quid for, and this is on a store for £1. So I said to the lady, I'm like, what is the chances you would have this? Like, I never go to a car boot and actually find the exact one thing that I'm looking for, but yeah, for £1. Probably won't work now, but for £1 anyway, I don't care. Damn it, nothing works. It will work. And yeah, the next thing that I'm going to show you I got from the car boot was from a couple. They were the kids. They had a box full of DVDs on the ground, and Most of them in there were DVDs I weren't interested in, but they had Blu-rays and they were charging 40p each, or I think 3 for a quid, something like that. They really weren't charging very much for them, so I picked up the best one in there, which I kind of want for me, but I'm not sure if I'll keep it because there's some money in it for trade, so don't know yet. Undecided, sitting on the fence. But 40p, Blade Runner 2049. Really like this, actually. I did not expect it to be good, but I really did quite like it. It was interesting after the first Blade Runner. I enjoyed it anyway. Other people probably hate it. Next up, I saw a loose PlayStation game sitting on a stall, 50p. So for the case alone, it's worth it. But an amazing title here, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2000. Yay! Game I will probably never, ever, ever play. But it's in there with a nice manual that will definitely do some damage if you throw it at somebody. That's a heavy, thick old manual. I mean, how complicated a game can this be that it needs that? Oh, it's been translated into every language known to man. But yeah, 50p, I'm picking that up because even if I want it just as a case donor, it's worth it for that. PlayStation 1 games are getting harder and harder to find. Next thing I'll show you that I picked up. This is always random. I always come across this one stall at the Carboot Sale. They sell gemstones. They'll have like things like rose quartz and like basalt and all these kind of organic. That's not the right word. All these like rocks, and you know, I'm not a dwarf. I'm not. Nothing to do with like rocks or anything like that. I don't know what any of them are, but they normally have a stack on the end of the table which are games or DVDs, and I've got some really good stuff of them in the past. I've got a couple of Resident Evil games on 360. I think I got potentially a Left 4 Dead from them. I got Project Zero on the Xbox, the Project Zero 2 that is on the original Xbox I got for £1 each. And so yeah, I always go and have a quick look because you don't expect them to have games. They're selling rocks and stones and things like that, and fool's gold, all this random stuff, and then they have a little pile of games on the end of the store. But whatever, I'm going to pick it up. So they had this one there, they wanted a quid each for it. I was really low on change at this point. I had £10 notes and £20 notes, which they wouldn't take. So for 90 pence, yeah, some ideal haggling. They wouldn't take any less than that, but I don't care. Xbox 360 Halo Anniversary Edition. I think this is the last of the 360 Halos I need. All in there, all together, all good. And the only Halo I don't have is Halo 5, and that's because I've had opportunities but just can't bother to pick it up. Don't know why, but yeah, happy to have Halo Anniversary Edition. And then the last things I've got, this one stall, it was so random. There was a lady there, and she was there with her daughter, and to be honest, I don't think that English was her first language. I'm saying that because I think her daughter had to kind of answer for her for a lot of things. She had a cardboard box. It was ripped open. It had some original Xbox games in that was spilling out. I had a quick look and there was nothing really of note or interest in there. I thought, you know, if they're a fair price, I'll see. So I asked how much, and she wanted a quid each from. I think most of them I picked up already myself, and you know, it's a fair price, a quid for these games, but I decided to leave it behind. Walked away from the store, came back, and they put a load of CDs out, and in with the CDs I saw the sides of PS1 games. So I was like through there like Assassin's Creed, just like digging my way through the crowds to get them, because I knew that the resellers were lurking, were stalking this. So I got in there quick, and there was a game sitting on top that I knew that I'd want from this. So I asked her how much she wanted for these, and she originally said £5. I was like, oh, £5 each for a PlayStation game. It's quite expensive, but for the majority of these you won't get that. I'll probably pay it for these two, or I'll make an offer. And then she said 5, and then was like, oh no, 50. I was like, 50p? It really threw me, because you never see a stall where somebody has Xbox games, or at least original Xbox games, for cheaper than the PlayStation games, unless they're real tap. But no, I'd never seen that, and so I just grabbed a lot, to be honest. I just went there, checked they're all in there, and just grabbed a bundle of them, to everyone else's dismay. But I don't care, I was there first. They can do one. So we'll go through. We'll save the best titles to the end, so to make it worthwhile. So the one that had no front on the case, didn't know why I got this one. It was just sitting there. It's Moto Racer. Disc isn't too bad order. It doesn't have the front, doesn't have everything with it. I say it's not in bad order. It might just play, but 50p, and it was early. I wasn't going to mess about too much. Next up we have Shrek Treasure Hunt, which was a 1.499 at Game Station. Worth every penny, I'm sure. No, it's alright. It's probably not a game I'll play, but it's complete with a manual. This is a little bit scratched up, but nothing more than any other games that I've played. Yeah, never have and never will be a fan of Shrek, but for 50p I will pick it up. Next up, an upside down Formula 1 2000, which is in there with manual as well, which has been drawn on. Yeah, always good. Never played an F1 game, but yeah, I say, to be honest, a lot of these I got for the cases, because the cases are in pretty good order. I mean, there's a little crack on this one, but most of them don't have any cracks in them at all, and they'll definitely clean up those ones. Knockout Kings 99, bargain. No manual with this one. And what? I don't know. You can't see this. Maybe you can, but there's a little dot on there. I don't know what the heck that is. It looks like somebody's burnt it, to be honest. Burning CDs. Jeez. Yeah, Knockout Kings 99. Fantastic game, I'm sure. In every bundle. Who wants to be a millionaire? Me, but I'm not going to be a millionaire picking up games like this. But yeah, all in there, as it would be, because it's probably never been out of the case. Yeah, it looks like it's never been out of the case as well. Who wants to be a millionaire? God, everyone had that. Oh, hidden gem. God, this has got to be a rarity. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, a Twitch in time. Gee whiz. Some right old tit I've picked up. Right old tit. Yeah, the game looks like it's been played a fair bit, to be honest. I don't know, it looks absolutely dreadful, this. I can't do that any more disgrace than it already's done itself. Yeah, maybe want to play. Maybe if I get to some kind of landmark, I'll play like a Took game and do some game capture of it. And that's kind of the plan going forward, is to maybe do some gameplay when I finally get things sorted, so I can. But next up we have Toka Touring Car Championship. Always going around. Everyone has Toka. Toka. I don't know. But yeah, all in there, complete with the manual. Can't go wrong with that. And then we're getting on to the better games now. This one I actually had to go back for. I don't know how, but I missed it, and then I went back and somehow it's still there. So maybe even the resellers didn't want it. We have Tomorrow Never Dies on PlayStation 1. Complete with manual. I think it looks like I looked at this one earlier. Never been played. Oh, unlucky Pierce. Should have stuck to GoldenEye. Everyone loved GoldenEye. I don't even know if that's the same kind of game. No, that's definitely not the same kind of game. And yeah, what's next? Fade to Black. Which are the Platinum games. Which has been stamped by some company. It's a bit annoying. But yeah, complete in there. Nice condition. Never played this. Looks dreadful. That's PlayStation 1 graphics by standards. No, so I might give it a go, to be honest. Music. Black Label Music. A game I never played, but I'm reliably informed by a couple of friends that it's an amazing game, and they put loads and loads and loads of time into it into their teen years, and I should definitely give it a go, which I probably won't. But regardless, 50p, I'm having it. And then the best games, the final three I've saved till last, which are the best ones. So we have Heart of Darkness, which is missing the manual but has both discs in there. And had a quick look at this. Disc 2 is mint. Disc 1 had a little bit of play, but absolutely fine. Really good condition. That's a cool find to have. And the last two I'll do together because they come as a pair anyway. We have Medieval 1 and Medieval 2. This is the one that I saw sitting on top of the pile, and I was like, at this point, thinking, I've got to get in there, got to get this. It is the double disc edition. It doesn't have the demo, unfortunately. I think it had a winter games demo, but it doesn't have that. Disc is in really nice condition, not very scratched up at all. A few surface scratches, nothing to whinge about, and the manual is nice and flat. I haven't checked if anyone's drawn in it, but no. Really good order. Absolutely chuffed for that. That alone is paid for the whole games if I decide to sell it on, but in two minds about doing that at the moment. And then Medieval 2, which is the game that I've been looking for a while, and to find it at Carboot Sale for 50p is absolutely amazing. Oh, dropped it. You dropped it. But yeah, discs in really nice condition, looks barely played. Really happy to have this and the others as well. So yeah, that is my pickups from this weekend, guys, and my little trip into CEX as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're a new subscriber, thank you very much for coming along. You're most welcome. Feel free to come again. If you really like what you see, if you can drop me a like and subscribe, that would be amazing, mate. Thank you very much. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, old friends. Thank you very much for coming. You're always welcome here, and thank you for returning and viewing. But seriously, thank you everybody who's come along, who's watched the video, and thank you for watching to the end. I hope it wasn't too dry, too drab without the music. Let me know if you missed the music and you want it back, then I'll see what I can do. But I thought for once I'd try without it and see how we got on. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next week. Happy collecting. Take care. Bye bye.